Welcome back. This is Guitar Week 5, and this is video 4, the last video of the week. And so I hope you've done some good practice and are getting some good training on how to play the G pentatonic scale, a very useful tool in our guitar arsenal as we continue to make music and be creative. Let's start off today. Just play the scale a few times, okay? Let's do half notes just like it's written on page 1. Okay, good hand position, nice thumb. Think about your wrist and get ready on your fingers to get nice, good curves on the knuckles. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's try that one more time. Let's even go a little faster. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we've been doing that with half notes right now. Let's try it with quarter notes. So that'd be 1 note per beat. I'll slow the tempo down a little bit, but you still are going to have to move a little faster. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, did you keep up on that one? That might be a little hard. You might want to practice that a few times. This is the reason why I ask you to do that mental practice with your fingers here. Doing this seems to, you memorize the pattern better than you do if you just do it on your guitar, and also you're visualizing what you're doing, which is another important step in guitar playing. Let's try that again in quarter notes. Good thumb, good wrist, ready for curved fingers. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, try that on your own. Pause and practice that at least 5 more times. Go for it. Okay, let's go on to high 5. We're going to play this one again and review it. Let's do it a little differently. Start with your own solo, and then let's see on the repeat if you can play what's written. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Play the notes. It. All right, so hopefully that went pretty well. You might want to rewind and practice that one again. Let's go on to Renegade 5 and talk about a few other ideas that we can add into our solos. So we talked in the last video about starting on high G or starting on low G, but starting and ending on G. You can start on either G, it doesn't matter, or end on either G. It also doesn't matter. We talked about adding repeated notes, so you would repeat certain notes at certain times. And we want to make sure that when the rhythm of it, we're always going something with short notes that lead into long notes. Today, I want to add one more thing that we haven't talked a whole lot about, and that's the idea of a rest. And a rest is when you actually don't play a note for a beat or 2 or 4, and it's something that adds a little space to the music. when we're doing a solo, sometimes our melodies that we're creating need some room to breathe. And so we want to give it some time to sink in maybe for your audience. Let me give you an example of this. I'm going to go on to Renegade 5 now. Listen to my solo. I'm going to start on high G, and I'll add some rests in there so that you can see or hear really what it sounds like. One, two, listen first. Rest. 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 Long rest. That's the last time. Okay, so you see how I added some rests in there to give it some room to breathe and let certain notes kind of sink in. We do that when we talk. We have dramatic pauses. We put a little pause in there for emphasis. Sometimes we do that with a joke. You're waiting for the punchline, and then you say it, and then everyone laughs even more because they're anticipating it. And so I want you to try that now. And so why don't you start your solo on high G this time. See if you can add some rests in there. Wherever you want, doesn't matter, but see if you can find some room to breathe. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Time. And end. Okay, so that's something that we have to practice, and that's a pretty hard thing to do sometimes, is adding that extra space into the music with rests. But it's another idea that we have to keep in mind as we continue to improvise and make solos. And I really do hope that you're having fun with making these solos. There's no one right way to do it. There's no, this is how it must be. It's up to you. You have to be creative with it. The more you do it, the better you get with it. And always challenge yourself to add new things in, to add this element or that element, or maybe try this rhythm, or start on this note. So what we can do is we can start our solos on different notes. For example, we can start on D. I think that'd be a good place to try to start a solo. Let me play a little bit for you, and I'll show you what it might sound like to start on D. I still think, however, I would end on G. That would be an important way to bring it to a finish. So I'm going to start on D, end on G. Listen first. 1, 2. See how that sounds? Okay, and oops. And I will let you guys try it now too. So let me rewind. And here we go. Start your solo on D. So get your D ready. B string, 3rd fret. 1, 2, ready, go. keep going. Last time. And G. Okay, so that's another thing you can do as you keep practicing these solos. To start on different notes. Another good note to try would be the B. So that's it for this week. Rewind and practice these songs a few more times. Just be creative with it. See what different possibilities you might have. And then we'll go on next week. We'll do a little bit more of this and have a little bit more fun with some songs. So I will see you back for week 6 of our guitar lessons. Bye-bye.